be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play no sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the freshmen, sophomores,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. My name is Todd Duke, and happy Italian Fest, everybody here in Collinsville, which I'm guessing by the looks of the crowd, that's where most people are. So if you're watching on your phone or in one of the local watering holes in uptown Collinsville and taking in the Italian Fest, well, you can settle in and watch a little football as you eat your Italian beef sandwich and partake in the fun and festivities of Italian Fest. Time for the pregame show as we get you ready for this week number 4 battle between Collinsville and Mount Vernon. And the pregame show tonight brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Well, the Cahoks come into this contest with a record of 2-1 under their fourth-year head coach Colton Rhodes, who now has an overall record of 25 wins and 10 losses. Mount Vernon, they are 1-2 on the year. Dan Mings is their head coach. He is into his third year since returning. He coached the Rams from 2001 to 2010 and went 52-47 during that tenure. And since then, in the third year, this is the third year for Coach Mings. You add last 2 years on there, and he has a record of 64 wins and 58 losses. So Collinsville comes into tonight's game with a win streak after back-to-back victories over Centralia and Carbondale following the season-opening loss here at Kahok Stadium to Belleville East. The Kahawks relied on a ground-and-pound attack as that game went on last week, piling up 366 rushing yards on 42 carries with an average of 8.7 yards per run. Collinsville only threw 6 passes in that 27-8 win. They connected on 4 of those 6 throws for just 13 yards total through the air. Quarterback Chase Reynolds scored 3 rushing touchdowns, 17 carries for 200 and 1 yards, and the long of the night was a 45-yard touchdown run, and he averaged 11.8 yards per carry. Rome Richardson scored the other touchdown. Richardson picked up 81 yards on 8 carries, while Talon Neighbors racked up 84 yards on 17 carries. On the season to this point, Collinsville has passed the ball for 174 yards, 58 yards per game with no touchdowns. The running game has picked up 627 yards, a 209-yard per game average, and 7 rushing touchdowns. The Cahoks have also racked up 396 yards on kickoffs, good for 39.6 yards per game, and 194 yards on punt returns for an average of 32.3 yards per game, plus 1 touchdown, that the 65-yarder by Patterson. The Rams, they come to town looking to rebound from a 37-34 home loss to Marion last week. Mount Vernon had control of that game in virtually every quarter except the fourth. The Rams led 14-8 after 1, 21-15 at halftime, and 28-21 after 3. The Wildcats of Marion High School, after single points in each of the first, second, and third quarters, put up 16 points in the fourth while holding the Rams to just 6 points as Marion pulled off that come-from-behind win. Again, that final was 37-34. The Rams' lone win on the season came against the team that Collinsville beat last week. Mount Vernon downed Carbondale in week number 2, 31-20. The Rams scored points in every quarter of that game as well. Mount Vernon started the season with a 35-28 loss to Waterloo. The Rams did not score in the second quarter of that contest, and that is the only quarter played out of their 12 that Mount Vernon has not put up points. Tonight, by the way, is the first road game of the year for the Rams, who had 3 straight at home, and then tonight marks the first of 4 straight away from home, and they have to travel to Akron, Ohio next week to take on Archbishop Hoban High School, which I understand is a nationally ranked school. So, you know what I know right now. Let's find out some more information. I had a chance just a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville head coach Colton Rhodes. We'll pass that conversation on to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an Invisired lipolaser machine. The Invisired machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The Invisired technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we would be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that Invisired offers.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an InvisiRed lipolaser machine. The InvisiRed machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The InvisiRed technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we would be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that InvisiRed offers.
And we welcome you into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We return home after our trip to Carbondale last week as the Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Rams of Mount Vernon High School. Joining us now is Collinsville's fourth-year head coach Colton Rhodes. Coach, 27-8 win at Carbondale on Friday. That included a weather delay of over 90 minutes. Those are no fun.
No, that wasn't enjoyable, but I'm glad we could get that game done Friday night and didn't have to worry about coming back up on Saturday.
All right, so first score of the game was a safety by Carbondale. Second safety that you guys have allowed this season. I don't think I've ever sat through a season where I've seen 2 safeties in 1 year.
Yeah, obviously not an ideal situation, and I mean it was getting kind of wet, and we had a rough snap on a punt. No excuses. We should have been able to make a play there, and we got to do better when we're backed up. So hopefully we've kind of fixed those things. We did a lot of punt work this week, so that should be cleaned up in the go of things. But you know, the goal is to not be backed up that far to ever have to worry about that also.
Well, as it would have it, though, that was the last time that Carbondale would lead the game. You guys put together a pretty nice drive to counter that and took that 7-2 lead.
Yeah, we did a really good job. We kind of focused more on our heavy running formation, and it started to give us some good looks on the ground, and we kind of just never left that and waited for them to adjust, and they never really adjusted well enough to it to make us want to leave that. So I had no problem just going out there and saying, hey, we're going to ground and pound this thing away for a win.
Yeah, and then the defense took it over from there, man. The only score that they had besides that safety was a third-quarter touchdown, so kudos to the D. Yeah,
they did a great job all night limiting big plays. We had one bad drive there at the end of the first half, but we kept him out of the end zone. So Ben Badeau break is a great it was a great thing to have for your defense. So I was pretty proud of them, only giving up 6 points on the night total. So when you're only giving up 6 points, you better find a way to win that game.
All right, so you already touched on it a little bit, kind of abandoned the passing game as that contest progressed. Only 13 yards through the air in that game, but a very impressive 366 yards on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. If we can throw the ball, we'll throw it, but if we're just going to be able to run it for 366 and win the game, then I'm not going to change. So we're gonna try and find what we're playing our strengths to each week and go from there. And I think Chase is doing a really, really good job at quarterback. I just think the way it planned out and the way they were going to play us defensively, it just worked for us to get really big and heavy and bring Montre Kroom and Logan Odell into the game and just say, come and tackle us, and we're just going to keep blocking you.
You guys keep on leading me into my next question, man. Next on the list was Chase Reynolds with 3 of the 4 rushing touchdowns. He had 201 yards on 17 carries, man. You're riding that kid's legs, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really want to give him 17 carries necessarily a game. If I could, I'd pick between probably 10 to 15 if I could. But, he gets 17 after we're running the ball a bunch. And a couple of those, I'm calling it for the running back, but he's reading that backside defensive end like on that, I think it was his second touchdown of the game. It was like a 46-yarder. He just read it, and, the sea opened up for him there on the backside, and he just ran right in after a good block from Amari Rogers-Parrott there on the outside. And when things are going your way, you just let it go. And Chase is a great athlete, and he's going to make plays no matter what he's doing.
And besides that, the tag team duo of Talon Neighbors and Rome Richardson kind of kept the Terriers' defense off balance all night by swapping them in and out.
Yeah, and I think it's good for us. Like, I don't think either one of them are the most outstanding running backs we've ever had in Collinsville history, but they both do such a good job that it's nice to try and keep them as fresh as possible. Plus, Rome plays defense, so I'm trying not to overwork him too much, but he's a big physical kid that will get us the tough yards when we need to. So if it's 3rd and 3 or less, you'll probably see me put Rome in there no matter the situation, just because he's going to get those yards if he can. That's just the type of kid he is. And Talon's got a little bit more explosiveness, a little bit more shiftiness to him that we like to see and use. So it's just kind of a little bit of thunder and lightning for us, even though they're probably roughly the same size. But Rome's just physical, and Talon's got a little bit more shiftiness to him.
I know we already touched on the defense, man, but holding that running back, Mosey Graham in check, only 48 yards on 16 carries. He only averaged 3 yards per carry, so you guys pretty much had his number.
Yeah, he's a pretty good athlete too. We watched it on film, and he was loving to try and bounce things outside. So we were able to contain him for most of the night. Unfortunately, we couldn't contain the quarterback as much of the night when he was running around in the pocket. We just couldn't get our mitts on him enough to bring him down. But overall, I thought our defense played with great effort. And like I said earlier, if you give up 6 points, like that's a great showing no matter what happens.
Well, we talked about the good, lots of rushing yards. We talked about the bad, the safety. Now we got to talk about the ugly, and just still way too many undisciplined penalties.
Yeah, I think we're going to fix that this week. At least I hope so, because that's what we've just been harping for. Just talking about mental toughness, not being able to break, and no matter what happens, this is one of the factors that we can control is our ability to respond to these reactions and these events. So we're hoping we can fix that, because that's just an us thing. That has nothing to do with who we're playing and what they're doing. But hopefully we can fix that tonight, because we're going to need it, because Mount Vernon's looking pretty good on film, and we want to limit our mistakes as much as we can.
Leads me right into talking about Mount Vernon. So looking for that payback after that 33-24 loss at their place last season, second of your 4 losses in the regular season last year. They're a handful.
Yeah, and they've got some really good athletes. They've got good size kind of all around. So I'm definitely not expecting a walkover game by any means. I know they're 1-2 right now, but they've had 3 really close games. They're just a well-coached team. They're going to run the ball a lot. They're going to look a lot like they're going to run the same type of formations Carbondale did, but instead of passing it as much, they're just going to be handing it off and running it. Probably about 75% of the time is what my guess would be tonight. So I like our chances, just because we're known to be pretty good at stopping the run most of the time. And if we can limit those explosive plays either through the running game and then those couple times they pass it, I think we're going to have a really good shot tonight.
Yeah, and their defense is giving up like 30 points a game. So maybe take advantage of that defense tonight, maybe open up the passing game a little bit more.
Yeah, we've definitely discussed it. We're going to try and put Chase in some better spots passing, and I think that's what's come along this week in practice is Chase has just looked really, really good passing this week in practice, which I think it comes from the territory of Chase has gotten better as a quarterback, and the coaching staff has gotten more comfortable with knowing exactly the routes and the concepts and getting Chase on the move to throw it and, changing his pocket and that sort of thing. So I think Chase is going to have a more successful passing game tonight, but again, if we come out in our heavy package and they can't stop us, I'm not going to change that until they do.
All right, so what else are we going to expect from the Kahawks tonight to put another victory in the win column?
We're going to come out here and, we're going to hopefully we can get some points going early. That's the goal, is we want to get on top of these guys early. We don't want to have to play from behind like we did all last year against them. So if we can get up early and kind of control the game that way, because I think our defense is just going to continue to not let up very many points and manage this team. So hopefully special teams and the offense can carry us and get us some points, while the defense just does what they've been doing all year and limiting the offense and their ability to get on the scoreboard.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
No problem. Thank you.
Colton Rhodes, your Collinsville Kahok head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll throw the Collinsville starters at you, plus we'll go over some stats for both teams. We'll do all that next on the Kahok Sports Network.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an InvisiRed lipolaser machine. The InvisiRed machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The InvisiRed technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we would be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that InvisiRed offers.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Once again, we welcome you back here to Kahok Stadium on the campus of Collinsville High School. My name is Todd Duke. Dr. Chris McCluskey should be here momentarily as we celebrate the Italian Fest weekend here in Collinsville. Obviously, I do not get to go out and enjoy the fun and festivities on Friday because I have school, even though there was a half day today and a game to do. So I would be better off not going down there on a Friday. But I'll be down there tomorrow, so if you're down there tomorrow and you see me walking around, make sure you say hi. All right, so Mount Vernon won the coin toss. They deferred, so Collinsville will get the ball first, and they will trot out this offense. Will start up front on the line. Your left tackle is Quincy Johnson, 6'2", 280-pound junior. Your left guard is Ellis Kircher, a 6'1", 300-pound senior. Your center is Caden Hearn, a 6'1", 280-pound senior. The right guard, Zach Howe, 5'10", 230-pound senior. Your right tackle is Jack Shepard, a 6'2", 290-pound senior. And the guys making all the fun stuff happen, quarterback Chase Reynolds, 5'11", 180-pound senior. Running back Talon Neighbors, 5'11", 180-pound junior. Three wide receivers to start off with. Amari Rogers Parrott, 5'11", 170-pound senior. Wide receiver number 2 is Matt Reynolds, 5'11", 160-pound junior. And the third wide receiver is Loyal Patterson, 5'10", 150-pound junior. And your tight end is Devin Habermel, a 6'2", 235-pound senior. I was in the process of writing down the starters for Mount Vernon when I noticed what time it was. So I got their offensive starters, but I did not have time to write down their defensive starters. So once they get the ball on offense, we'll pass those starters along to you. And we have one more break coming your way. And after this timeout, we will come back and throw some stats your way. Plus, we will have the opening kickoff. All that and more coming up next on the Kahok Sports Network. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
It's probably the largest purchase you'll ever make. We have 5 agents on our team.
We cover about an hour radius around St. Louis.
We grew up here. We know every town like the back of our hands.
Our job as realtors is helping someone find their dream home, whether it's a family or an individual. We just want to do everything that we can to keep the process as simple and as stress-free as possible for you.
The Blaylock Group, the official realtors of the Kahok Sports Network and Kahok Athletics. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Once again, we welcome you back here to Collinsville High School and Kahok Stadium, just about ready for some football. It's a hot and muggy night here in the Midwest. We made it up to, I think, 93 today, but the feels-like temperature, we had 70% dew point, 70-degree dew point when we were in the lower 50s all week long up until today, and it felt like 101 degrees earlier out today, and there was a little talk earlier that we might have a delay in this game due to those wet bulb readings, but it appears that we will be okay. I know that there is some thunderstorms, but those are supposed to stay well off to the south and the east of us, or the south and the west of us. We do have some ominous clouds in the area, so we hope that we don't get any lightning out of these clouds, that's for sure. All right, so just a little bit of history between these two teams. It's not much. They've only met twice, as far as I can tell by going back and looking at all the yearbooks here at the Collinsville High School Library, and the yearbooks go back to 1926, and the only thing I can find is the first meeting between these two teams on the gridiron took place in 1943 in that year's season opener, and Collinsville lost that one 40-0. And then last year's game, which Collinsville also lost 33-24, so lifetime, Mount Vernon is 2-0 versus your Collinsville Kahawks. I do not have defensive stats either for Mount Vernon. I got a hold of their coach because they don't have any of their stats on Max Preps, and obviously, you know, they're not from the St. Louis area, so they wouldn't put them on the STL site, but I got team stats, I got receiving stats, I got quarterback stats, and I got rushing stats. I asked the coach for defensive stats, and he says they don't keep those, so no defensive stats to tell you about here for Mount Vernon. For Collinsville, they will be on offense first, and Chase Reynolds will be the quarterback. He has 25 of 52 on the year, 48%. 165 yards, no touchdown passes on the year yet. He has thrown a couple of interceptions, and his quarterback rating is right around 70 or 57.5. Reynolds, though, on the ground, that's where he's done a lot of his damage. He has carried the ball 49 times this year for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, and he's averaging 8.2 yards per carry. Rome Richardson has the most yards behind Reynolds. Rome has 21 carries for 122 yards and 3 touchdowns. And tonight's starter, Talon Neighbors, 19 carries for 97 yards, and he's still looking for his first touchdown. Leading receiver for Collinsville right now, that's Amari Rogers Parrott. He has 11 catches for 88 yards, and as I mentioned, no touchdowns through the air this year, but Parrott is averaging 8 yards per catch. So Collinsville will receive as they get themselves ready and try. They have 4 kickers listed, on this roster for Mount Vernon. I'm trying to figure out which one they have out there. 19, he's not even listed as a kicker, is he? Yes, he is. That is Tremaine Carnine, 6 foot, 170-pound junior, back deep. Loyal Patterson and Matt Reynolds. And we are just about ready to go. Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone finally joins us. How are you, sir?
Hey, I was early, man. I was like
what are you
5
talking
seconds
about?
early.
No, we got you timed out at 6:58:30.
Oh, Todd. I
That's
was
in
in
the
the
end zone.
stadium in 10 minutes early, though.
All right, I got you. You got to rock around and shake hands and kiss babies and stuff like you're running for office?
That's what happened, but I guarantee I'm not running for office.
Okay, that's probably a good thing.
I'll leave that up to our PA announcer, Derek Cox, down there.
Yeah.
He's good at it, though.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to be good at it. All right, so Collinsville, a touchback. Loyal Patterson caught the ball and stepped back when he did, and that was in the end zone. So 1st and 10 for Collinsville from their own 20-yard line. Kahawks on the left side of your screen wearing all purple, purple helmets, purple jerseys, purple pants. Numbers in front and back are in white. And here is Chase Reynolds, and he'll roll out to his right to start off with, looking for someone to pass it to. Now he's got to run out of trouble back to his left. He'll throw one wide open on the far side, and Collinsville is going to have a first down, and that should be a flag. He got hit out of bounds and almost got thrown headfirst into the bench.
Well, I was just going to say credit the offensive line for not holding
they're
the legal man downfield.
Are you kidding me?
Well, I just said anytime you have that much time, it's hard for the offensive line to either not hold or not be downfield.
Well, there should be a flag over there on the far sideline for hitting our guy out of bounds, which would offset him, but that didn't happen.
Do you
No.
No, you don't, do you?
No.
Okay. But credit the offensive line, great coverage. Chase Reynolds had all the time in the world. We had a man wide open. That's a good sign, even though we had some negative yardage. I feel good about how that play played out.
Yeah, that was Talon Neighbors who caught that pass too, and he was off to the races for a while in a nice game, but all for naught. So Collinsville will start over again, 1st and 15. Matt Reynolds in motion. Neighbors up the middle. He has a hole, and he'll get it past the original line of scrimmage up to about the 23-yard line, a gain of 8 yards on that play.
Yeah, and that's a nice positive yardage play because I noticed that Mount Vernon had everybody up in the box and their backs were up. There was 0 cushion, so they were sensing the run, and we still got 8 yards out of the play.
So Collinsville now looking down at a 2nd down and 8. Patterson is the wide receiver on the far side. Over on this side, you have Reynolds in the slot and Parrott over here on this near sideline. Handoff is going to go. Nope, it's going to be a keeper by Reynolds. He'll roll out. He'll throw it on the run, and he tried to target Devin Habermill, but overthrew that big target out there, and Collinsville will be looking at a 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, he did, and I think Mount Vernon knew that Chase was looking to use his legs on that. You know, Chase Reynolds, the benefit of him being a quarterback, his legs are even stronger than his arm, and I think Collinsville had that in mind, but Mount Vernon sniffed it out, so brings up a 3rd down. But that's where that 8 yards on the first down comes in handy, right?
Yeah, sure does. 11:07, clock stopped after the incomplete pass. Same formation. Reynolds in the slot. Neighbors stands to the right of Chase Reynolds. Reynolds in shotgun. He'll be in shotgun most of the night. Takes a low snap, picks it up off the ground, throws the ball, and finds Parrott wide open, but he only gets to about the 35-yard line, and he'll be 5 yards short of a first down. It'll bring up 4th and 5.
Yeah, you would think we would punt here, but with Colton Rhodes, you never know. But it looks like our punt team is coming out. So penalty hurts Collinsville there. We did have some positive yards. We had some bright spots on that first series, but it results in a punt. So, you know, the other good news about Collinsville, for a high school team, we have an absolutely incredible punter.
Oh, yeah. Matt Reynolds comes in having punted 10 times for 334 yards, averaging 33.4 per kick. He'll be kicking off to Jashawn Staples, who stands back at midfield. That one's going to go end over end, and it's going to be caught on the bounce by Staples, and he gets a little tug from behind. Nicely done there by Michael Tange, and that allowed the rest of his team to catch up and make sure Staples goes nowhere.
Yeah, Tange was down the field, got a hand on him. Habermail was there. D9 Dozer, Devin Habermail, NIU commit, there to clean up the mess. And I was talking to Michael this week, and I said, you watch some film? He said, yeah. He said, Doc, they run the ball a lot. That means I'm going to get a lot of tackles.
Yeah. All right, the offense for Mount Vernon is out there on the line. Tackles, Carter Burns, 6 foot, 225-pound sophomore. Logan Webb, a 6 foot, 300-pound junior. Your guards are Ryder Rhodes, a 5'9", 210-pound junior. Kristen Taylor, a 6 foot, 220-pound senior. And your center, Adrian Reimer, a 5'11", 210-pound junior. We'll give you the rest of the offensive starters in just a minute. Malachi Mays is their quarterback, and he will hand the ball off to Staples. He tries the right side, and he's got some room, and he's into Collinsville territory, and a first down for the Mount Vernon Rams. We told you about Malachi Mays, 5'9", 150-pound senior. 3 running back attack for Mount Vernon. Jaden Morales, a 5'8", 160-pound senior. Jashawn Staples, we already told you about him, 5'9", 175-pound sophomore. Isaiah Jefferson, a 5'9", 160-pound junior. Wide receivers, David Barnes, 6'2", 165 sophomore. Marlon Price, a 6'1", 165-pound senior. And the tight end, Charlie Shupe, 6'2", 185-pound senior. And another running play. And you're going to see a lot of that from Mount Vernon tonight, and they'll get about half of what they need for that first down try.
Well, I was just going to say, not a lot of size down there by Mount Vernon's line, but big 79, the right tackle, 6 foot, 300 pounds on the right side. So look for them to run off tackle a lot. You know, they're Southern Illinois football. They're keen to a lot of lead blockers, a lot of runs. So Collinsville is going to have to kind of adapt because we're used to playing a spread defense.
Sean Staples, by the way, 34 carries on the year, 338 yards, 5 touchdowns. He averages 9.9 yards per carry. So you give the ball to him, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a first down. Second down and 4 for Mount Vernon on Collinsville's 38-yard line. And the handoff this time will go to Marlon Price. And Price will have enough for a first down, it seems. The line judge on the far side is standing right next to the first down marker, and the one on this side said, indeed, it is a first down.
And I'll tell you what, credit number 3, Romel Ballinger, the 5'10", 161-pound senior out of Collinsville. Had he not snagged the running back's ankle, that would have been a touchdown, Todd.
All right, time for Collinsville's defense to stiffen up, which they usually do as the opposing team gets a little deeper into their territory. Right now, 1st and 10 from Collinsville's 34-yard line. Malachi Mays walking over to the sideline, getting the offensive call from his head coach, Dan Mings. And also checking into the game is Jack Kessler, a 5'9", 155-pound senior running back. As they break a huddle, Marlon Price heads out as a wide receiver over on the far side. And over on this side, you have David Barnes. In shotgun once again is Mays, and he will hand the ball off, and this time he does so to Isaiah Jefferson, and Jefferson will get it back to the line of scrimmage, not much more than that.
Yeah, you know, Mount Vernon is putting a slot back there on one side or the other of the line, and they've been tending to run off of that back. The last play they run to the opposite side, and like I said, without Mr. Rome Richardson, that would have been a touchdown. So a little bit of trickery out of Mount Vernon here, right? A little misdirection.
Yeah.
They got a lot of lead backs. So I'm sure our guys up on top of the booth here are trying to figure out how to adjust.
Same formation for Mount Vernon. Jefferson will not get the ball this time. It's going to be a throw, and Chase Reynolds didn't wrap up the ball carrier as number 1, David Barnes, caught that ball, and then Chase just kind of gave him a bump with the shoulder instead of trying to wrap him up.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a design play or not, but Reynolds was giving the receiver about 10 yards cushion. It was a nice, quick slant play. Good ball by the Ram quarterback, and Chase just bumped him with his shoulder, didn't wrap up. You nailed that one. So that's good for a first down for the Rams.
So another first down for Mount Vernon. They're moving the ball quite well here on their first drive as they have it 1st and 10 from Collinsville's 16-yard line. Mays in shotgun once again, and he has Jefferson over his left-hand side. Both wide receivers on the left side of the formation. Handoff is going to go to Jefferson. He tries the right side. He'll get wrapped up after he picked up about 2.
Yeah, Mount Vernon continues to go with the ground attack, and they're running. They're going to continue to run off of that big tackle, that 300-pounder over there, man. That guy's a house, isn't he, Todd?
Yeah. Mays has only tried 17 passes on the year. He already has one pass here in this game, so they are a run first, pass second kind of team. Marlon Price has the most. He's only caught 4 passes for 116 yards. One of those was a touchdown.
Well, knowing that and with the speed of our backs, I say we pinch up and not give the cushion. Chase is still giving another 10 yards of cushion down there.
There is another pass. This one's going to be out to the flats, and a nice tackle there, but a flag comes in.
Wonder what that is. Maybe an illegal block.
Tackle was made by Romel Ballinger.
So the other receiver blocked our guy.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you're going to see, it's going to be a hold on the wide receiver. Collinsville is going to have to adjust and bring their backs up and not give up those short, easy passes.
Yeah, holding against Mount Vernon is the correct call. And that'll put the ball all the way back at Collinsville's 19-yard line. So it's going to be second down and about 14 to go for a first down here. So
Boy,
that was nice because Collinsville needed a little bit of breathing room there. Now we just got to stop them on the next 2 downs.
Yeah, again, look for, see, they've got those slot backs. I mean, they're heavy on the right side of the line, so look for them to run that way.
Jefferson now stands over the right shoulder, and Mays is going to take the ball himself, and he'll get tripped up behind the line of scrimmage, and he'll lose another yard. And that is going to bring up third down and about 15 now for the Rams.
Let me tell you what, credit number 4, Kahok John Thomas, the 5'9", 171-pound junior out of Collinsville. He gets credit for busting up that play. He had nice penetration there.
All right, got to do it at least one more time, maybe 2. Third down and 15 to go. Ball now on the 21-yard line. They need to get it down to around the 6-yard line for a first down. As they break out of this huddle, 2 wide receivers, both of them on the far side. Jefferson will switch sides and go over the right shoulder of Mays. Well, there's a little bit of movement up front. And now we're going to have movement by Collinsville. And
he knew it.
He crossed into the neutral zone, and that's going to be a penalty against Collinsville, and that was Adam Frazier who kind of jumped the gun there.
Adam Frazier, the junior, and Mount Vernon went with a little trickery on changing their sets. They didn't even have a hard count, I don't think.
Nope.
I think he jumped when they changed sets.
So that'll give him 5 back, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Big play here.
Well, Barnes is the wide receiver over on the far side, and they're doing the same thing. They bring the 2 guys from the right side to the left side. And now Mays is going to roll around to his right. He's going to pass, and it's complete, and then knocked out of bounds by Devin Habermill, about a yard short of where they needed to get for the first down. So it'll be 4th and 1 now for the Rams.
Well, I got to tell you, that young man's going to think twice about catching the ball in the flats. Devin Habermill laid the D9 dozer lick on that young man. Thank goodness he's okay. He's coming off the sidelines now.
Yeah.
He's going to take a minute to catch his breath after that one.
4th down and 2. So Collinsville looking for a big defensive stop here and try to get the ball back. Now we're going to have a flag on the play. They're going to warn the Kahok coaching staff to not be on the field. They got to stay in the white stripe. If you touch the green, man, they'll throw that flag. It's not a foul, not a penalty right now. It's just a warning.
Well, they got those yellow shirts on tonight, so they're really going to stick out, right?
Yeah, they are. All right, well, the one thing we do not want to do right now is jump off sides, that's for sure, because that'll give the Rams a first down. We're down to 4:45 already to play here in a very fast-moving first quarter as the Rams break huddle. It'll be Jefferson who will stand to the left of Mays. Barnes comes all the way out over here on the near side as a wide receiver, and they just did what I asked them not to do.
Oh, man, I tell you what, you got to know that that's coming. And I tell you what, as competitive and athletic as our Kahawks are, discipline this year has been a point of interest, let's say, right?
Yeah, we talked, Colton Rhodes and I talked about in the pregame interview.
Yeah.
And I brought up maybe the undisciplined penalties, not the ones that are just football plays, but some of those unsportsmanlike conducts, man, you got to clean that stuff up.
Those bleed into football plays like that right there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you like aggressiveness, but you got to know they're going to try to draw you offside. So let's see what the defense can do here for the Kahawks. 1st
and goal from the 4-yard line for the Rams as they look to score on their first possession. Now you need a good old-fashioned turnover here is what you need. Here's a handoff. It goes to Jefferson. He'll cut it around the left side, and he'll be in for a touchdown.
Yeah, now this time, like I said, they line up. They've been running off tackle on the right. They do a little misdirection. They come back to the left. And so far, Mount Vernon has shown that they've been able to run the ball against this Kahok defense. Looks like they're going to come out for a point after attempt, try to kick it to make it 7-0 Mount Vernon.
And once again, the kicker, 19, Truman Carnine, excuse me, trying the extra point. Here's a snap. The hold is down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. And Mount Vernon leads by a score of 7-0, and that takes us into our first game time commercial break. We'll be back when Collinsville gets the ball back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
And we'll remind you that the Collinsville Junior Service Club Golf Scramble is coming up on Sunday, October 6th at Arlington Greens Golf Course. For more information, call 618-210-7273. So Collinsville has their work cut out for them already. Seems like we're always fighting that uphill battle this year, aren't we?
You know, I mean, we knew that Mount Vernon was going to run the ball, and like I said, this is a different brand of football. You know, we're used to spread offenses up here in the Metro East. Mount Vernon's going to be hard-nosed Southern Illinois football. They stack everybody in the box, so it's going to be a little chess match here.
Carnine kicked one into the end zone, his first time kicking the ball, and this one is going to bounce into the end zone. So for the second possession in a row, Collinsville is going to get the ball at the 20-yard line. They threw a flag on that?
Flag on the play. I think it went out of bounds.
I thought it went into the end zone first and then went out of bounds.
We'll see.
It'll give Collinsville a few extra yards.
I tell you what, you'd like to see Collinsville's backs adjust, because if we can get Loyal Patterson a chance to run some balls back, he is electric. But that will give Collinsville a little better field possession here.
Yeah. So the Kahawks will start 1st and 10 from their own 35. So a 15-yard gain there on that penalty by Mount Vernon. And with 4:08 left to play here in this opening quarter, Collinsville trailing 7-0, looking for an answer to that very long, time-consuming drive by the Rams. Chase Reynolds sends Amari Rogers-Parrott in motion behind him, and then Reynolds will keep the ball, and he'll try the right side. He'll get to the 40, stays on his feet, and gets up to about the 43-yard line before he's finally brought down. So a nice run there of 8 yards, and Collinsville's looking at a 2nd and 2.
Yeah, I think Chase's athleticism is going to bode well for the Kahawks tonight. You know, I'm not, as long as we have a balanced attack, I'm not sure their backs can keep up with our receivers. So if Chase keeps kind of nickel and diming back and forth, I think we're going to have some success.
Yeah. 2nd down and 2. And first down by the Kahawks as Talon Neighbors carries the ball forward for just enough for a first down. So the Kahawks will pick up their first down of this game, and it comes with 3:30 left to play here in this opening quarter. Yeah, almost into enemy territory.
Collinsville giving Mount Vernon a little dose of their own medicine, right?
Yeah. Rogers-Parrott lines up over here on this side. You have Matt Reynolds in the slot on the far side, and all the way over on the other side is Loyal Patterson. And now a snap and another run by Chase Reynolds. He'll get it into Rams territory, and he'll be brought down at the Mount Vernon 46-yard line.
Yeah, there's Chase Reynolds' legs again, and I mean, it looks like he got stopped short. You want him to bounce outside, whatever, but hey, that's good for 5 yards, right?
Oh, yeah.
We'll take that all night long, because you know our defense is going to adjust, and we're not going to let them run the ball down the field on us all night.
Nope, we will not. 2:45 to play here in this opening quarter. 2nd down and 5. The Kahawks into Rams territory for the first time tonight. Patterson and Reynolds will head out to the left side of the formation. Rogers-Parrott over here on this near side. Tight end tucked in there. That's Devin Habermill. And the running back, Talon Neighbors. And Neighbors will get the handoff from Reynolds, and he'll have a first down and a little bit more as he pushes that pile and gets a couple of extra, gain of about 7 on the play. And it'll bring up a fresh set of downs here for Collinsville from the Rams' 39-yard line.
Yeah, once again, Collinsville says, hey, we're going to just man up. I think Collinsville has more size, right, on our offensive line. And so, Mount Vernon's second level, their linebackers are going to really be tested tonight, it looks like.
Yeah. Coming up on 2 minutes to play here in this opening quarter. All three wide receivers head over to the left side of the formation. No one here on the right side except for Devin Habermill. And Neighbors remains the lone running back, but the pitch is going to go to Rogers Parrott on the move, and he'll put on a spin move, and he'll pick up about 6 or 7 yards on that play, so it'll bring up another second down and short.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, credit number 35 for the Rams. Is it 35? I don't see a 35 on the roster. We just mentioned the linebackers. Yeah, that's number 35, but I don't see a 35 on the roster. Whoever he is.
Welcome to my world, dude. I get rosters all the time with wrong numbers. Here is
Throw it out of
Reynolds
bounds.
in
Throw it out of
trouble.
bounds.
He's going to throw the ball, and he
Good.
will throw it out of bounds. Nicely done there, and glad there wasn't a flag on the play because that play took a long time.
Very good decision. Credit Collinsville's offensive line. You're right. I mean, you're always right for a hold there. But Chase Reynolds did the exact thing you want him to do, throwing that ball out of bounds.
1:25, the clock says. It stops on the incomplete pass, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 5 here for Collinsville. They have the ball on the Rams' 34-yard line. Reynolds lines up in the slot over here on the right side of the formation, along with Rogers Parrott over here close to the sideline, and that leaves Loyal Patterson all by himself on the far sideline. Neighbors, and now we have a flag. And we're going to have an offside call against the Rams, so that should be enough for a first down.
Oh, that's a big penalty. Again, it's almost like what's happening on this side of the field is exactly what happened on the opposite side of the field, right? We're running the ball at will. They're jumping off sides, and Collinsville would bode well to punch the ball in the end zone here.
So a fresh set of downs for Collinsville. Ball now on Mount Vernon's 29-yard line. Neighbor stands over the left shoulder, and he'll take the handoff from Chase Reynolds, and he'll get across the line of scrimmage down to about the 26-yard line. So a pickup of 3 on the play. He'll bring up a second down and about 7.
Yeah, I like this strategy because if you keep this up, what people don't realize is that our offensive line could wear their defensive line out. And if you do that, then you're guaranteed second level. So I like what Coach Colton Rhodes is doing by just sticking with keeping the ball on the ground and having, the fact that he's doing that says he has faith in our defense, down the road.
Rome Richardson now checks in as running back, as was the case last week when they switched off Neighbors and Richardson almost the entire game. A low snap, and Reynolds is going to follow Richardson around the right side. He's got some room, and he gets pushed out of bounds inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal, Collinsville.
Yeah, there's that speed of senior Chase Reynolds. He just simply outran the cornerback of Mount Vernon, and he should have been stopped a little bit short, but he turned that into positive yardage. And I'm telling you, I think Chase's legs, as long as we don't turn the ball over, could be the difference in this game.
Well, they had him going out of bounds at the 7. I thought he went out of bounds inside the 5. 41.5 seconds left to play here in this opening quarter. Collinsville trying to answer the touchdown put up on the Rams' first drive. One wide receiver in this set. That is Parrott. He's over on the far side. Richardson is going to get the handoff. He's going to cut it up the middle, and he's in for a touchdown.
Untouched, number 32 for Collinsville. Rome Richardson, the 6'2 senior, in for pay dirt. Good for 6 for Collinsville. And we will bring on our extra point team to see if we can tie this match up.
So Richardson scores for Collinsville, and that'll be his 4th touchdown of the year. Matt Reynolds is on to try the extra point. Chase Reynolds is holding. And here's the snap. It's a tough snap, and Reynolds is going to have to pick it up, and now we're going to have a flag on the play offside against Mount Vernon.
Thank you, Jesus. Now, I didn't see it. Did that cause the issue with the snap, or did we get lucky?
I don't know. I just saw the snap go a little bit low, and Reynolds trapped it with his hand and didn't have enough time to correctly pick it up and hold it down for the extra point. But
that game against Centralia, the extra points really were the tail of the tape by the end of the game. So these are big plays here.
They are. So we'll try it again. And this time looks like Collinsville is going for 2 with the extra yards. So there is Reynolds. He'll hand the ball off to Richardson, and Richardson is in. 2-point conversion. Collinsville takes the lead, 8-7.
Man, just what I said. Credit. I mean, Colton Rhodes is always aggressive, and he has faith in his offensive line. He gives the ball to Rome Richardson. And that's a big 1-point lead out of Collinsville.
All right. Collinsville leads 8-7. We have a timeout. Rams will get the ball back after we come back from commercial break here on the Kahok Sports Network. VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is one of the area's longest-running VFW posts. VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is your place to meet and join other area veterans. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville offers all kinds of activities to help our veterans, as well as engaging the public with fun, food, fellowship, and a great time for great causes. Blood drives, fundraisers, raffles, and a Queen of Hearts drawing every Wednesday night. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville has event space for your parties, celebrations, and other get-togethers. For more information, check out the VFW Post 1117's Facebook page or call the Caseyville VFW at 618-344-9878. Once again, we welcome you back here to Kahok Stadium. 37.9 left on the clock here in this first quarter, and Collinsville, after they were going to try an extra point just to tie it up, after the offside gave them a little bit more room, they went for two and they made it, and Collinsville takes the lead 8-7. Matt Reynolds due to kick it off, and he will do a little short kick end over end, caught at the 32-yard line, and immediately down to the ground goes Jaden Morales, and that is where Mount Vernon will start their next drive.
And the Rams will take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So 1st and 10 from their own 34 for the Rams.
Well, we'll see what the Kahok defense can dial up. Obviously, there's going to be some adjustments being made. Like I said, football is a chess match, and Mount Vernon showed they were going to keep the ball on the ground, so we'll see what our defensive coordinators can dial up for our Kahawks.
Malachi Mays is back in shotgun, and now we're going to have a whistle as what?
Equipment issue, I think.
Oh.
Out of number 20, Zach Priest.
Yep, so they're going to bring in Rogers Parrott instead. And another movement on the line here for Mount Vernon. And here's the snap, and the handoff is going to go to Staples, and Staples tries the right side, and he's off to the races, folks.
Boy,
they're not going to catch him.
He just blew by about 4 Kahawk defenders. Juked left to right, left our guys in the dust, and that's a quick answer out of Mount Vernon Rams.
67-yard touchdown run. And there goes the Kahawk lead. As fast as it was not up there for very long.
I'm telling you, man, Mount Vernon is going to be tricky. They're going to have lead backs. They've got speed in the backfield, that's for sure, and they just showed it on that first play from scrimmage.
That they did. 26.4 seconds left after Collinsville scored with 37.9 left on the clock, so that did not take too long at all. And
so they'll probably go for 2 now, don't you think?
I don't know. Looks like Carnine is out there to kick.
Fake, watch the fake. Of course, it's early, so they might take all the points they can get.
Well, the quarterback is the holder here, so there's the ball. It's down, and the kick is on the way, and it is good. And just like that, we go from an 8-7 Collinsville lead to a 14-8 Mount Vernon lead.
Sure thing. Mount Vernon made quick work of that. How about a kickoff to Loyal Patterson, run back for a touchdown, huh?
Well, we'll find out after we come back from a commercial break here on the Kahok Sports Network. Want to catch some of the best live music in Collinsville from a band of all Collinsville area residents? Look no further than Sonically Pleasing. Sonically Pleasing with former Kahok Logan Carlisle, his dad Tim, along with Caleb Tanzius, play some of the best rock and roll hits from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. You can catch Sonically Pleasing at some of the area's finest venues, as well as book Sonically Pleasing for your private event or party. To put some music in your life, it's Sonically Pleasing. Check out Sonically Pleasing's Facebook page for upcoming live show dates and to book them for your special event or to call to book that event at 618-401-0052. Pleasing live rock music for your ears. Sonically Pleasing, 618-401-0052. Loyal Patterson and Matt Reynolds back deep from the 1-yard line. Loyal Patterson takes it, comes over here to this near side and drives a shoulder into the guy who was pursuing him, and that was a big hit on Kane Kessler there, and a nice little piece of ball returning there by Loyal Patterson gets it up to about the 25.
It really was, but you got to credit Kane Kessler out of Mount Vernon. He held contained.
Sure did.
You know, it's tough when you're the contained man. You want to make that tackle, but you cannot give up that sideline. And Loyal Patterson was looking for that sideline, and Kane did not give it up. So they hold Collinsville to, pretty favorable field condition for Mount Vernon. So let's see what Collinsville has to answer.
20 seconds left here in this first quarter. Back in shotgun is Reynolds. Matt Reynolds goes into motion from the near side to the far side. A pass behind the line of scrimmage to Rogers Parrott. And I thought he was going to get off to the races there for a minute, yeah, man, but he got first down. He got 15 yards on the play. And Collinsville will have a new first down, 12.6 seconds left. But when the chains move, they'll start this clock back up, which they do now.
Yeah, credit number 33 from Mount Vernon. Again, not on the roster, but an inside linebacker. He saved that touchdown.
Reynolds in shotgun, 3 seconds left. Here's a handoff, and it's going to go to Neighbors, and Neighbors will get about 5 more yards up to the 45, and that'll do it for the first quarter, 14-8 in favor of Mount Vernon, and we'll be back with quarter number 2 after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with
I didn't mean to press the button that quick, man. You barely touch it, man. All of a sudden, you're back on the air.
Oh, there you go.
Anyway, welcome back. It was almost over with anyway. New quarter, we switch into the field. Collinsville will now be moving from your right to your left, almost into Rams territory. Couple of good plays to start off this drive. 2nd down and 5 for the Kahawks from their own 45-yard line. Reynolds in shotgun once again. 2 wide receivers near, 1 far. Devin Habermill, a little hop-skip motion. And a keeper by Chase Reynolds has fooled everyone. And he'll get knocked out of bounds at around the Rams' 39-yard line into Mount Vernon territory.
Yeah, there's Chase Reynolds' legs now. So we're running some shifts now. You had Habermill shift to the left. That drew the linebackers from Mount Vernon over to the fat side of the field, or the wide side of the field. Chase just runs a keeper. That's probably a run, what do you call that, run handoff option?
Yeah, that was a nice fake to Neighbors, too, because it had me fooled for a minute.
Yeah, I think he has a choice to give it up or take it, and that was a wise decision.
Yeah, because Neighbors spun, and he was wrapped up right away, so I was glad to see that he didn't have the ball. Now he does. Tries the left side, has some room, and positive yardage once again. Looks like he'll get about 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, so far the offenses for both teams are in command in this football game, Todd. So we'll see whose defense can dial up some adjustments and stop the other offense. But Collinsville on the move with 11-17 here in the second quarter.
Well, Mount Vernon, man, their offense has clicked all year long. They have scored points in every quarter of the 12, well, now 13 quarters they've played, except for one, and that was a goose egg put up in the first game of the year in the second quarter and a loss to Waterloo. So they are used to scoring in every quarter. Here is Reynolds. He'll roll out to his right. He looks, he throws on the run. There's Devin Habermill, but he couldn't hold on to it.
Oh, man, I thought he caught the football. I'm glad it wasn't a fumble.
I think he did catch the football, and then I think he started to run, and his knee knocked it out of his hands.
Yeah, something. I mean, that was like slow motion almost, right? It looked like he had that football.
We just cannot get those two hooked up.
I was just going to say, he's been fiending to catch a pass all year long, and Chase finally delivers one on the money, and Habermill can't hang on. But again, that means that big first down play is huge because now you have third manageable and you're in 4-down territory.
Yeah, Habermill's only caught 2 passes this year for 23 yards, so they've targeted him a few times, just not being able to connect, either overthrow, underthrow, or in that case, just a miss by Habermill. 2 wide receivers near, 1 far. Handoff is going to go up the middle to Neighbors. Neighbors is going to have a first down, and he keeps those legs moving inside the 25-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 24. First down, Kahawks.
Yeah, Mount Vernon's defensive line has just no answer for Collinsville's big offensive line. So, they're going to either have to just stack the box or start running blitzes or whatever, but Coach Colton Rhodes sees that, and he's just going to run that thing as long as we can. And I'm sure that the defensive coordinator is on film right now figuring out what to dial up on the next possession.
Yeah, when I was talking to him in the pregame interview, he's like, hey, man, we're going to run the ball until the defense dictates otherwise. Then we might throw a few passes, but I hear you. Empty backfield. Here is Chase Reynolds. He's going back to pass. He dumps it off over the middle to Habermill. Habermill's got some daylight. He'll run, he'll jump, he'll spin, and he'll score a touchdown.
Let's go. We just talked about it. D9 Dozers, senior Devin Habermill hauls in the reception from senior Chase Reynolds. He hurdles the defensive back in for pay dirt. That's going to tie the ball game up with 14 left in the second quarter. Collinsville will come out for the point after attempt.
Well, that's the first touchdown pass of the year thrown by Chase Reynolds. And Collinsville has already tied this up. Matt Reynolds is out there to try the extra point, see if he can give his team back that 1-point lead.
I'm so happy for Devin Habermill. He's had a few chances this year and hadn't got one. He was not going to be denied that end zone.
Not that time. He jumped over a guy, then he spun out of a tackle, and he landed in the end zone after the spin.
Yeah, when he caught that, I thought, well, that's a done deal.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to get in front of him, that's for sure.
No, sir.
There's the point after try, and that kick is up, and it is good. And Collinsville goes back out front by a score of 15-14. Timeout comes your way, and we'll be back with the ensuing kickoff after this timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that, as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks!
Back here at Kahok Stadium, Todd Duke and Dr. Chris McCluskey with you. Plus, we got some more help up in the booth. We got Andy Sullins taking care of stats for us, and Zach Roseman keeping track of tackles for us as well. As we are underway in the second, Collinsville kicked the ball off after scoring the go-ahead touchdown, and down at the 23-yard line was the ball carrier, and that's where the Rams will start their next drive. Now it's time for the defense to step up.
That's exactly right. Credit number 16, Jordan Brocksmith, for slowing the back down. And I'm not sure who made that tackle. Say again? Odell makes the tackle.
All right. Happy Italian Fest weekend, everyone, by the way. Fun and festivities going on in uptown Collinsville all weekend. I'll be there tomorrow.
Buddy, I had Italian salad, T-Rabs, Italian beef already today.
No, I know better than to go up there on a Friday when I got a football game to do. That's just not going to happen. Wrapped up in the backfield, and then he gets out of it, and then he still can't get his feet. That's going to be a loss of about 3 on the play, all the way back to the 20-yard line. All kinds of Collinsville Kahawks in there on the almost tackles and then the tackle.
Yeah, credit Romel Ballinger for slowing the back down. And then, as usual, number 34, Michael Tange, comes in to clean up the mess. That's good for a loss for Mount Vernon. And just like you said, let's see if our defense can come alive.
Yeah, Tange with 9 tackles on the year coming into this one. He also has a fumble recovery and 2 quarterback sacks. Devin Habermill leads the Kahawks in the tackle department with 11. And he also has an interception and a couple of sacks as well to the quarterback. Second down and 13 to go. Here is a throw, and they're going to throw it to the open guy on the far side of the field, and he is off to the races, and that is Marlon Price. And Price has just got to get around one more and trying to chase down from behind, and it's not going to happen despite the effort there by Zach Priest, and just like that, Mount Vernon goes back up.
Yeah, well, here's the deal. Our backs are going to have to make adjustments. If you're going to give that much cushion and give up that pass, you have to make the tackle. Otherwise, you cramp down on the cushion and you force them to beat you long. But you can't give up both sides, right? You can't give the cushion, let them catch the ball, and then let them toast you.
Man, oh, man.
So
we have already had 5 touchdowns scored in this game.
It's a shootout so far tonight.
Yeah.
Collinsville's line and second level made the adjustments. And, like I said, we're going to have to make adjustments on either not giving up the cushion, or if you're going to give up the cushion, you got to make the tackle.
Yeah. All right, extra point try is on the way, and it is good. Everybody's true and good on their extra point kicks, and 21-15 is the lead by Mount Vernon. And at this rate, I'm going to play all my commercials here in the first half. We have another one coming your way. We'll be back after this on the Kahok Sports Network.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Well, the Mount Vernon quarterback, Malachi Mays, came into this contest with 2 touchdown passes on the year, and he has already matched that here tonight in the first half of this game between Collinsville and Mount Vernon. 21-15, 9:07 left to play here in this first half. And another kick on the way, and Loyal Patterson is going to go all the way back into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback.
Yeah, he tried to haul that ball in, but it bounced off his hands, and once it's in the end zone, you just let it go. Collinsville's offense will come out and get the ball. What, they used to do the 20, now they do the, well, still 20. There you go. Can't keep up with the rules, Todd.
Yeah, it's just the first touchdown pass. I thought he had 2 touchdown passes. I wrote it down wrong.
Look for Collinsville to keep the ball on the ground and steadily march down the field. Hopefully we can wear out this Mount Vernon defense. Now the good news is, if there is any, with quick scores, it doesn't wear our defense out.
True.
Right? If we have sustained drives, we can wear their defense out. Maybe that'll show up later in the game.
3 wide receivers, all of them head over to the far side. Amari Rogers-Parrott, Matt Reynolds, and Loyal Patterson. Neighbors is the lone running back, and Chase Reynolds is going to follow him. Devin Habermill puts on a nice block, gives Chase Reynolds a little extra yardage there, and Chase will pick up about 5. It'll bring up a second down and 5.
Yeah, credit number 6, Jamarian Peterson out of Mount Vernon, the 5'9", only 130 pounds, junior. And he was the only guy Chase had to beat. And again,
flag on the play.
He did not give up contain. Oh, this could be a hold.
Yeah, looks like it. Holding against Collinsville, so that play will come back, and we will start all over again. After a hot day, it has cooled off quite nicely.
Sure has. That Italian Fest was,
I bet that was warm.
A little warm up there, Todd.
Yeah. It was hot and sunny today. Excuse me, got a front moving through. Late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. Supposed to bring us some rain Sunday morning. I'm supposed to be in a golf tournament with my dad Sunday morning, so we'll see if that happens or not. And then when that front moves through, we're looking at temperatures in the 70s all next week.
A little bit more seasonal.
First down and 17 now for Collinsville after the penalty. Here's the snap, and the handoff is going to go to Neighbors. He zigs, he zags, and he gets back up to the original line of scrimmage, so he picked that 7 yards right back up.
Yeah, so again, Collinsville penetrates the first level. Credit the Mount Vernon linebackers. Now, I'll tell you what, all it's going to take is one time to pop that linebacking core, and you could see Collinsville with a big play like you've seen out of Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
So far, they're winning the big play battle.
Yeah, they have an 80-yard touchdown pass and a 67-yard touchdown run. And a little 4-yarder to get them on the board for the first time. 8 minutes left to play here in this first half. Here's a low snap, picked up and handed off to Neighbors, and Neighbors gets tripped up and forward to about the 24-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 to go here for the Kahawks.
Ah, man, this is where that penalty hurts you, right? You know, if it weren't for the penalty, you'd be 3rd and 1 or whatnot. You're not really in 4-down territory. And look for Collinsville to this will be a big first down for Collinsville with 7:32 and clock ticking left in the second quarter.
2 wide receivers on the right side, 1 over here on the left side. Neighbors remains the lone running back. And Matt Reynolds comes into motion from far to near. Here's the snap. Reynolds back to pass. He throws while he was getting rushed, and it's to Amari Rogers-Parrott, and he tries to get up there for that first down, but it looks like he's going to be about a yard short.
Oh, I would not be surprised if Colton Rhodes goes for this. Oh, my goodness.
Either that or try a hard count and let them jump off sides. 4th and 1 here for Collinsville. Under 7 minutes to go here in quarter number 2.
Boy, it makes me nervous. This is why I love Colton Rhodes. I mean, you're on your own, 28, 29-yard line. 4th down. If we do a hard count, you can't jump. Probably look for a quarterback keeper here. Mount Vernon stacks the box.
Yep. Reynolds in shotgun. Has Neighbors over his right shoulder. Here's the snap, and the handoff is going to go to Neighbors. He spins, and he's got enough for the first down. If he wouldn't have put on that spin move, I think he would have been gone.
I mean, and unbelievable. Like Collinsville says, bring it. Mount Vernon stacks the box. We just go ahead and stay with our original play, and we trust our offensive linemen. Credit our offensive linemen tonight. They're doing an outstanding job, and they don't really get enough credit, right?
Yeah.
Who we got out there? Number 52, Quincy Johnson. Well, I can't see their numbers, but we need to call their names. They are doing a great job tonight.
That would be those guys right there.
All right, after this play, we're going to give them some credit.
6:08 left to play. Clock continues to run. Here's another low snap. Reynolds picks it up, and he'll take off with it. Tries to get out of a tackle in the back, and he can't do it as he was held up by Jashawn Staples, and that'll be a loss on the play for the Kahawks.
Yeah, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage again. Mount Vernon's defensive backs know that they're going to have to press because their linemen aren't holding up. So Collinsville's offensive line, 52, Quincy Johnson. Number 75, Ellis Kircher. 78, Hayden Kern. Number 51, Zach Howe. And 59, Jack Shepard. Those guys are working hard tonight, folks.
That they are. And we have a flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to go against Collinsville again. So I don't even know if I would have declined that or not. Loss on the play anyway.
Yeah, you know.
But that's going to take them all the way back to the 21-yard line. So, yeah, that's going to be a first down and 20 now for Collinsville. 5:40 left to play here in this first half. So the Kahawks have an uphill battle now. They trail, and they have a first down and 20 looking at them. 2 wide receivers, both on the far side. Snap, pass to Rogers Parrott, and he will take off running, and he is going to get pushed out of bounds just past the original line of scrimmage marker.
Oh, no, I thought he had that back beat, but he is going to get it 9 yards back, right?
Oh, wow. I thought he got pushed out of bounds past the original line of scrimmage marker.
We'll take that 9 yards on that play. I thought the ball was high. Credit him for going up in the air and snagging that football. And that's risky business. When you're a receiver out there and you jump up in the air, you're just waiting to get popped.
2nd down and 11 now for Collinsville. Ball on their own 30-yard line. 2 wide receivers now on the left side of the formation. Reynolds stays in shotgun. Neighbors to his right. And the snap, another low one, man. These low snaps have been all night long. Here is Reynolds. He hops, he skips, he jumps, and he's got some move. And he's going to be gone unless Staples can catch him from behind. And Staples will. Ooh, I thought he was going to throw him down there for a minute once he got out of bounds, but Chase Reynolds is gassed.
That's the big play Collinsville was looking for. And, yeah, he was gassing. Credit him. He knew he was gassed, so he just went out of bounds. But that is an enormous play with 4:49 left and Collinsville down by 6 points. And, you know, we got a couple penalties. It was looking iffy. And now all of a sudden Collinsville's knocking on Mount Vernon's door.
That is a 72-yard run by Chase Reynolds. And Collinsville has the ball 1st and goal from the Rams' 8.
And remember, Mount Vernon's defense has been on the field most of this game.
Now we have Rome Richardson standing to the right of Chase Reynolds. Rogers Parrott, the lone wide receiver on the far side. Collinsville does a little shift in the offensive line, and they'll bring up Habermill over in the tight end position, but the handoff is going to go to Rome Richardson. He is met in the backfield, and he's not going to go anywhere.
That was a bad snap.
Yep.
Collinsville's having trouble snapping the ball to Chase. He's having to pick the ball up off the turf, and when you do that, you know, that one extra step that it takes to get the ball to the running back, then you just lose your blocks.
4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Woods Basement System halftime show coming up. We'll find some scores to pass along to you, and we will let you enjoy some of the Collinsville Kahawk marching Kahawks. And the band here at Collinsville High School is top-notch.
Always do a great job.
Yep, they do. Blues training camp started yesterday. How about that? First preseason game is tomorrow in Dallas.
I don't know anything about it, but when they come and it's regular season, let me know because I'd love to go to those games.
Oh, yeah. 2 wide receivers on this near side. Handoff is going to go to Neighbors, and he'll get wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And Collinsville's back-to-back running plays have kind of backfired here.
So all of a sudden, Mount Vernon's dialing up like we talked about. They know their linebackers are going to have to do something. They're sniffing out Collinsville's runs. They're sending their backers on blitzes, and that puts Collinsville at the
12-yard line now. Yeah, 3rd and goal. Started off at the 8-yard line. Now we're at the 12 after 2 straight losses on running plays here.
So this is interesting. I mean, do you take a shot or do you trust a running back or a short pass to get in the end zone? I don't know.
Let's throw the ball to Habermill again. It worked last time.
Looks like the coaches are thinking about it.
Yeah.
Coach Rhodes is talking to the side judge right now about something. I'm not sure about what.
I think they're going to call a timeout here once the play clock goes down a little bit.
I got you.
And that is Collinsville is going to use one of their timeouts. That is their first timeout. So a break coming up here, and we will be back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville.
And once again, we welcome you back here to Collinsville High School. Little immigrant song action going on for you by Derek Keith down there.
The musical selection here at Kahok Stadium has created a lot of new energy here this year.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. All right. 3rd down and goal for the Kahawks now. Ball on the 11-yard line. And Chase Reynolds in shotgun. Neighbor stands to his right. 3 wide receiver set. And now we have movement up front. That's going to be against Collinsville. Yep.
We tried a hard
You saw
count.
Ellis Kircher move, and you can't miss it when big number 75 moves.
He was beating himself in the helmet right when he jumped.
Yep.
Well, you know what? 5 yards is 5 yards. We're already 3rd and goal.
Now, instead of 3rd and goal from the 11, it's 3rd and goal from the 16. So there is no first down to be had here. It's score or give the ball back. Yeah, 2 tries to do it.
Well, interesting. I mean, do you kick a field goal if you don't get the touchdown? That would be my vote.
Yeah.
Take the points in a shootout.
All right, Matt Reynolds lines up as the slot receiver on the far side next to Rogers Parrott. Loyal Patterson over here by himself on the near side. Reynolds in shotgun, and this time it looks like Neighbors is very offset to the left shoulder of Chase Reynolds, and now we're going to have a delay of game call, and that's going to cost Collinsville 5 more yards.
That just gives our receivers more room to work, Todd. That's fine. That was by design.
Silver linings, man. Silver
linings.
linings.
Yeah. Watch some separation here. Reynolds delivers a dime, and Collinsville gets in the end zone here.
Let's hope you're right. All right, same formation. Here's the snap. And a handoff, a little trickery play is going to go to Rogers Parrott, and he has got to do some work to get out of some trouble here. He's going to go. He gets pushed and almost there.
Did he get in?
And he knocked down the pylon, but the referee is going to mark him out of bounds at about the 5-yard line.
Well, talk about mental toughness, extra effort. That guy was stopped in the backfield a couple times. And now I don't think you kicked the field goal.
4th and goal from the 5-yard line now for Collinsville, and looks like they are going to go for it here.
Timeout?
Now we're going to have a timeout call. We'll keep it here for this timeout.
Yeah, what a big play on third and long. And what an excellent run, and unfortunate that I guess he stepped out of bounds.
Well, he got pushed, and he tried to keep his feet. It was like walking a tightrope down there, and he just couldn't keep his balance.
No doubt about it, but, man, what an incredible run out of the Collinsville back.
What do you think they're talking about down there? Come on, Coach, we want to go for it.
I think they're talking about don't jump, lineman.
Yeah.
That's what I think they're talking about. And I don't. From where we were before, I'd say kick it. From here, I'm not mad at either decision, to be honest with you.
Matt Reynolds right now is on the sideline, so it's not going to be a kick, that's for sure.
Well, here's the deal. If you go for – well, I'm not even going to say it. We're going to score a touchdown, Todd.
We are going to score a touchdown. Rome Richardson comes in as the running back. Amari Rogers Parrott is the lone wide receiver over here on this side, but pay attention to Logan Odell, too. He's a tight end in there as well.
How about a fake handoff. Reynolds rolls out to the right and hits Habermail in the end zone.
Here's a snap, another low one, and it's going to be Chase Reynolds. A hop, skip, and a jump. Oh, boy. At the 1-yard line, he got denied. He was about ready to enter the end zone, and he just got slammed.
My goodness.
Man, oh, man.
He
Mount
slowed
Vernon.
down, too. Had he just dove, he would have been in.
Yeah.
He thought he was in and slowed down, and he took a lick.
He sure did.
He took a lick from the linebacker. He should have gone low and dove in. But it is what it is, and Mount Vernon comes up with it. Man, that's a huge stop.
Sure was. Now Mount Vernon's backed up. They have the ball on their own 1-yard line. 2:58 left to play here in this first half. Both teams have 2 timeouts left, so we'll see if the Rams want to throw the ball to get themselves out of the shadows of their own goalpost as they break huddle. And then Xavier Nesbitt, where's number 5? He's the center. You don't usually see the lineman up front wearing single digits, that's for sure. Here is Mays in shotgun. And the snap, man, he is going to run with it to get out a little bit of trouble there and keep the ball away from the end line, and he does just that and comes close to a first down. Looks like they're going to mark it down at about the 8-yard line, so a pickup of about 8 on the play will get him down, well, make that 7. Second down and 3 coming up.
Yeah, pretty good gain there from, is that Mays just there on the quarterback keeper? Yeah, so.
That is Zach Roseman. I'm guessing Dr. Chris has to go to the bathroom, and since, the bathrooms on this side are closed, he decided to leave a little early for the long walk over to the other side of the field.
All right.
Here is Mays, and Collinsville moves again. Man, oh, man.
Yeah, a lot of, couple of unforced errors. It's Ja'Cory York stepping into the neutral zone, and referees are paying attention to that sort of thing. So
no, you can't miss a big guy like that when he moves and almost goes across the line. That's a 273-pound kid out there that you won't miss him when he moves.
Yep, and that does give the Rams a first down. Looks like they'll keep that same formation.
2 wide receivers over here on the near side, nothing on the far. Here is a snap, and a handoff is going to go to Staples, and Staples is going to get wrapped up before he reaches the 20-yard line. They'll put him down at about the 19-yard line, so a gain of 4 on the play will bring up a second down and 6.
Yeah, Mount Vernon. It's kind of a known thing, that they know that they're outsized up front. So, but they do have some guys with some pretty high-end speed. So, trying to get it around outside, and if you're able to get 4 or 5 yards a chunk, then you can drive down the field all night. We've seen what Collinsville have done doing that earlier.
Barnes and Mast line up as wide receivers over here on the right side of the formation, but the handoff is going to go to Staples once again, and he is going to get a little bit of yardage after he was initially stopped at the line of scrimmage, but he keeps pushing. Got about 3 yards, so it's going to bring up a third down and short. Clock continues to run with 1:15 left to play here in this first half, and the Rams still have 2 timeouts in which they can use as well.
And then Mount Vernon would get the ball, and so probably just content to just take their take what you can get, and you get the ball, just don't turn the ball over.
Under a minute to go. Here's the snap, and another handoff goes to Staples. He tries the left side of the formation, had a blocker in front of him, and a flag comes flying in from the backfield, so that's probably going to be a hold against Mount Vernon. And
I think that's the.
He made? Okay.
Yep, yeah. I was like, that's the provisional signal anyway.
I think he was just telling Colton Rhodes what it was and wanted to see if he wanted to accept it or decline it. And of course, you're going to take this. Stops the clock with 48.8 seconds left to play here in this first half. 21-15, Mount Vernon with the lead. And we have had 5 touchdowns scored here in this first half, but we've kind of tempered back on that a little bit here as this second quarter has moved into the late stages.
Yep. So it'll be 3rd and 11 here for Mount Vernon.
3rd and 11 now for Mount Vernon.
So the officials having some sort of discussion as it looks like the side judge will come out and talk to Coach Rhodes, and he's
yeah, I guess he's all right with whatever was being said.
Yeah.
So 3rd down and 11 from their own 14-yard line for Mount Vernon. 48.8 seconds left to play. Same formation as the last time. And here is the snap, and this time it's going to be a handoff. That's going to go, I don't even know who got that ball, because initially they looked like they were going to give it to Jefferson, and Jefferson didn't have it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if
Mays kept it, I think.
well, didn't get very far.
No,
and
he
so
didn't.
now looks like Collinsville. I was like, you would take a timeout here, but the clock does stop.
I'm not sure why. Is there a flag that I can't see anywhere?
Doesn't look like there's any signal. Mount Vernon are getting set up to punt, so
Why do they stop the clock on a running play? Oh, somebody did call a timeout.
There was a timeout.
All
Okay.
right, so the Kahawks call a timeout because they're about to get the ball back here with 42.2 seconds left. We'll go ahead and keep it here for this one, and we'll see where we get the ball back and see what we can do with it in that amount of time because Collinsville now down to one timeout.
Well, I mean, you have dynamic athlete. We saw what Loyal Patterson was able to do. He was able to take it back against Belleville East. But if they have Carnine back there doing the punting, which we'll see who Mount Vernon chooses to do, we know Carnine's got a pretty good leg on him.
Sure do.
He's been, consistently getting touchbacks or darn near close to it. Get an athlete in space. I guess maybe try and see I don't know what exactly Matt Reynolds' effective range is for kicking, but if you can get it to, you get it inside 30 yards, I think you got to give him a shot.
Yep.
So
Loyal Patterson will go back and stand at around the 40-yard line. And
it's not Carnine, is
it looks like it is going to be Mays who is going to kick it, but he's also got his running back Staples over there next to him also. Here's the snap, and Mays will kick it. Almost got blocked. Patterson is going to let it go because if he would have caught that, he would have got slammed by Nolan Mass because Mass was already down there in his grill. Flag on the play.
Oh, are they going to call that roughing the kicker?
I hope not. Personal foul.
Yep.
Roughing the kicker. And now the Rams are going to get a new set of downs to work with here because that's a 15-yard penalty, and they only needed 14 to get a first down, so the offense will trot back onto the field for the Rams.
Yeah, and be an automatic first down anyway. Now is Coach Ming's going to take a timeout here?
Looks like it. No.
Oh, it was just a quick huddle over there for the plays.
Yeah, while they were moving the ball.
And mark the yardage off. So, 32 seconds. I mean, Mount Vernon haven't really shown the ability to throw the ball a significant length down the field. So I think
they do have an 80-yard touchdown pass.
Well, yeah, but that was more.
I know it was more running.
Yeah. So now Coach Mings will take a timeout.
Well, that was kind of strange. I'm trying to call a timeout right after you already huddle up. All right, we'll take a quick 30-second break, and we'll come back with the rest of this quarter in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Kahawk Stadium. Todd Duke and Zach Roseman now on the other microphone as Dr. Chris McCluskey had to go take care of business on the other side of the field. So we have a first down and 10 for the Rams from their own 25-yard line. And snap and a throw that's going to go behind. Double pass, and they got a man wide open, and he is going to be gone.
Yeah, big run there from, is that Morales?
That is David Barnes.
Yeah, they brought the man in motion, set it up there, and that is
75 yards on the play.
That's about the worst possible outcome for Collinsville.
Sure was.
But, credit to Coach Mings for you called the timeout. You dialed up a trick play, and you said,
if it wasn't for a roughing the punter call, this would have never happened.
Mm-hmm. And that's, those are the things that, and now you get Carnine and he's been, more or less automatic unless we're able to get through and block it. You're looking to be down 13 going into the half as Carnine does slot it through. And
28-15 now in favor of Mount Vernon. Timeout coming your way. Collinsville will get the ball back with 22.6 seconds left after we return on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Is it finally time to start doing what you've been talking about doing for years? Start making those plans right now and let Northwestern Mutual help you plan your future. Former Kahok Joe Philpott can help you get started with that plan today. Joe Philpott, a financial advisor with Northwestern Mutual, can help build a plan specifically for you with a wide range of financial options and the flexibility to change that plan as your priorities change. To get started on your future, give Joel Philpott a call today at Northwestern Mutual's Fairview Heights office at 618-606-2022. Spend your life living with Northwestern Mutual. Call Joel Philpott today, 618-606-2022.
Well, halftime is almost here, and the Kahawks are going to have to go to the locker room and make some halftime adjustments because they trail right now 28-15, and Mount Vernon gets the ball back to start the second half. So things aren't looking too swell right now for your Kahawks as another kickoff from Trumaine Carnine is about to be let loose. And he already has a couple of touchbacks here tonight.
And you got one that was caught at about the 1 yard line, so and that one's...
This one's going to be at the 5 by Patterson. He dropped it, picks it up, and he'll head forward. He'll make one move, and then he tries another. Nice spin move, stays on his feet, and gets all the way down to the 35-yard line, and the clock will stop with 14.1 seconds left. Collinsville has one timeout left, so chance for a couple of quick, long plays downfield to see if the Kahawks can get on the board here.
Yeah, if you can get it to, you got probably 40 yards before you'd even really want to consider a field goal. And, you know, Chase is not a ton of deep throwing, but did have that mid-screen to Habermill. And, you know, Mount Vernon do not have a ton of size, so you can let Devin rumble his way forward and see what you can gain. You do have one timeout, so we'll see what the Kahawks dial up here.
Habermill tucks himself in as a tight end over on the right side. Two receivers on this side. Now Amari Rogers-Parrott will join them all over here, and the handoff is going to go to Neighbors. Neighbors will spin across the line of scrimmage, and he'll be brought down inside the 40 to about the 42-yard line, and Collinsville is just going to go ahead and let this clock run out. And that is going to do it for the first half of play here at Collinsville's Kahawk Stadium, 28-15 in favor of Mount Vernon. And now it is time for the halftime show, brought to you by Woods Basement Systems, all things basementy. Woods Basement Systems, working to keep homes dry since 1986. Woods Basement Systems, give their Collinsville headquarters a call, 618-708-4055. First half is complete, 28-15 in favor of Mount Vernon. Woods Basement System halftime show comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Caseyville VFW Post 1117 Auxiliary supports the VFW with post projects and fundraiser events. The Caseyville VFW Auxiliary also provides donations and sponsorship for Veterans in Need, Jefferson Barracks in St. Louis, the Caseyville Food Pantry, outreach programs, summer lunches for students in the Collinsville Unit 10 School District, and now the Kahawk Sports Network. Plus, sponsoring CHS programs like band, theater, and sports. If you would like to provide support or join the Caseyville VFW Auxiliary, contact the Caseyville VFW Post 1117 at 618-344-9878. Looking for someone to help get your house in tip-top shape? Look no further than former Kahawk Kara Gray with Clean Living Cleaning Services. From bathrooms to kitchens to garages to bedrooms and even commercial spaces, Clean Living is your place to go. Clean Living guarantees expert-level work done by expert-level cleaners. No matter how much grit, how much grime, let Clean Living shine. For more information, check out the Clean Living Cleaning Services on Facebook or call 618-979-9634. A clean space is a happy place. Clean Living Cleaning Services, 618-979-9634. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855. The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at collinsvilledailynews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at collinsvilledailynews.com on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News. Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show here at Collinsville High School, getting ready to let you enjoy some of the sights and sounds of the Collinsville Kahok High School Marching Band. The Marching Kahawks, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, that sound is
All right, well, that sound is the lightning detector here at Kahok Stadium. So we have now officially gone into a weather delay here at Collinsville High School. So we'll have to shut everything down as the band clears the field. And we will let you know via the Kahok Sports Network's Facebook page when we will be allowed to come back. And when we do, it'll be on the YouTube channel, and it will say Part 2 Kahok football versus Mount Vernon. So we are in a weather delay, and we'll try to keep you up to date on when all that will end here as we move along on the night here on the Kahok Sports Network.